The king hath returneth. Indeed he hath. What do I usually do in these types of intros? How about I just start with, I'm back, baby. You know, to quote Bender from Futurama. Anyway. Alright, how should I begin? Greetings, fans and friends, and welcome back to DeFrehn Live. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. Now, as you may recall, last time on the series, the Boulder's Variety Hour was just beginning, and so were my finals in college, hence why I never really... okay. Sorry about that. Something's going on with my streaming software. Anyway, like I was saying, last time on the series, the Boulders ended up having some sort of... I think a variety hour of sorts was in place, and so were my finals in college. Yeah, please excuse this. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway. The reason I haven't really done any live streams in a while was because I was really focusing on my college work. I don't know why it keeps doing that. If it keeps on doing that, we're gonna have problems. Okay, so... hopefully it doesn't do it again. So, like I was saying, today we're gonna be focusing on working on Chatting with Clarissa. So let's just jump into it. So, this is where the... See, I've already done the audio work for this series so far. And by series, I mean the pilot. Oh, and this is a safe areas thingy that I was working on a while back. And then... alright. So. Let me just... alright. I see a new music time card design. Looks cool. Thanks. Alright. I think I imagine Clarissa looking a little bored here. Also, there's background noise going on, so I'm just gonna mute myself for a bit. See you in a bit. Yeah, I swear, this thing... I'm gonna break this. No, I'm not. Alright. Actually, let's lower it down to 20%. That way we can actually see what we're up against. I swear, OBS is... for some reason, OBS has been giving me problems right now, so... forgive me if this stream goes on and off and on and off and on and off and off and on and off and so on and so forth. And all this is going to play out when the title card shows up, so a lot of this action is going to be hidden. Alright, let's read the chat. Sorry to hear OBS is becoming a pain. Yeah, it seems to be a little more stabler now. Anyway, yeah, it seems to be a little more stable now and all that. Now, exporting this is going to be a problem, because when I export it shows off all my computer files. And because I've learned from my original DeFrehn Live days, doxing yourself is, well, doxing yourself or something like that. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So let's... I also decided to change the color of the strokes to blacks, and that way it's a little more readable. And then this is the part where Clarissa notices the audience. Yeah, this is gonna be a whole process. I'm gonna have to do something about when I export all the images in something. Because if it's just gonna be the be right back music over and over and over again, it's gonna be a little annoying. I have no real plans for that yet, so just bear with me, alright? With that said, I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I accidentally picked the wrong thing. Now, like I said earlier, I have all the audio done. I just need to work on the visual aspect. And as far as I'm concerned, that will probably take a very good while, so... I'm aiming for a release date of July 30th, which I think is... Well, I don't think. I know it's my birthday, so... Yeah, just bear with me, alright? Alright, and then I'll be right back again. Hello, I'm Tan the Man, and it's been since we started live streams. I got a lot of final exams coming up, so I needed some happiness of my life. It's gonna be I'm smart. Well, welcome to the stream, Tan. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. This... OBS is just being a pain right now. Actually, it has been since the start of the stream. So. Like I was saying, I'm working on Chatting with Clarissa right now, so... As for the set, I don't have an official camera shot for Clarissa-only shots. So I took the main set camera thingy and then just scaled it up to fit Clarissa's proportions. Or to fit the camera. Actually, I think I should probably have this on for a while, so... I should probably elaborate that the set is CGI, but the characters are 2D. I actually have 3 episodes in the works. Well, in the writing stage at least. Of course I have the pilot, which I'm working on right now. And then... I think I'm gonna do at least 1 more episode. This time featuring a GoAnimate character. So I'm probably gonna have to end up hiring a few GoAnimators to help me out with that. If this is going to happen with... If this is going to happen with the 50th episode, then I'm going to be mad. So I'm probably just going to have to do some test stuff in order to have it properly work. Anyway. Now you might be thinking to yourself, but Aidan, how are you gonna do a talk show with a character that doesn't talk? That thing is the answer. It's a speakerphone. Like I was saying, this is a speakerphone. I think I'll provide the voice of this thing. And the person on that speakerphone's name is Andy. With an I. Anyway. Yeah, I think this should do for first scene, or second scene, actually, so yeah. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry if this stream is not good. I'm trying to do what I can and trying to go back to what I was doing. If that makes any sense. Actually, let's go back here. Alright. one more thing. If OBS decides to crash during music time, then not only are we going to have some problems, but I'm also going to have to end the stream early. Alright. And another thing. So, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's see here. Alright. I should probably... Alright, and then that should do it. I noticed that Cartoon Network's new at 7 image campaign from 2013 sounds a little similar to Let's All Be There from 85. The visuals for Chatting with Clarissa is what he's working on. Indeed. Anyways, sorry Jim, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, I finished the image, so I'll be right back. Alright. I think I have an idea. So here's how it goes. Once I finish a thing, once I finish a pose, I'll probably add another layer. That way, I don't have to save every image every time. See, like I'm gonna demonstrate right now. Actually, I think in hindsight, I think having Clarissa slap the speakerphone might actually make more sense. Considering I did say she doesn't have any fingers. Alright, and then I think I'll do one more here. Actually, let's duplicate this layer. Let's read the chat. For the music score of Chatting with Clarissa, try to use 8-bit big band music. I mean, I don't think Chatting with Clarissa's gonna have a specific music score. It's gonna be like a talk show parody. And most talk shows don't necessarily have music in between conversations. I might come up with something with the GLaDOS episode. And yes, spoiler alert, I am planning on having a Portal-themed episode where the guest, or rather, I guess I can say the guest, would be GLaDOS from the Portal games. I'm only gonna move forward with the episode if I ever decide to hire Ella McLean to provide the voice of GLaDOS. Alright, now let's export all these. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll be right back.
Be a man, do the right thing.
finished exporting everything, so yeah, let's do only a few of these, and then actually, let me bring back a few of these, and then lower the opacity of this, and then there we go. That could actually work. I'm gonna save what I was going to say for the end of the video. Or maybe I'll just say it now. Think with your... Oh yeah. Love with your heart, use your brain for everything else, and I guess that's all I really had to say there. Could you tell I'm slightly inspired by Captain Disillusion? Now, I don't know how big of a problem this is gonna be, because I'm planning on... Actually, I was going to draw Clarissa with her arms crossed, but I feel like this might work a little better. Alright, and then there we go. Alright, now I can do this. There we go. I guess I should probably bring up the script, because that's where the... Because this is where the dialogue begins. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Be a man. Do the right thing.
Alright. So I copied and pasted the entire script onto a notepad, so now I can actually work on this. Alright, here we are. Where should I put this? Probably here. No, that gives me no access to the... There we go. I think that could work right there. Alright. So this is the line right here. Wait, did I already save this? Hang on, one more time, I gotta check, see if I already saved it.
Be a man. Do the right thing.
Apparently I got a disconnected thing and while the be right back thing was playing. Anyway, back to this. So in this scene, you know, I should probably use these lines to signify that Andy is talking through the speakerphone. Maybe. Anyway. Here in the scene, why does OBS keep on disconnecting and reconnecting? That's going to become a problem. And then we'll... I should probably look into that and see if I can fix it. If not, then I'm probably SOL. Yeah, I'd say that looks alright. And then, finally, the animation itself will probably not be this complicated. Because of course I want to get this out. I should also note that her eyes are closed. Trying not to make it look as creepy as it is. Actually, let me... Yeah, I should probably... There we go. There we go. Now let's export these three. Yeah, I don't know how this plan is working. So, all right. Guess who's also back? Hey, how's it going, DMB? All right. So, I'll be right back. Just gotta export these images. Oh, almost forgot to turn.
Be a man. Do the right thing.
Alright. Reads the description. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jacob Harvey, how's it going? Alright. Oh, yeah, reads the description. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you could join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Alright, so let's take a look at the script. I just pasted it on here. Alright. Yeah, I think this will probably be a held frame. And then what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna have a close-up on the speakerphone. That way I could save time on animation. You know, using resources. But yeah, anyway, I decided to make the... Yeah, sorry about that. Like I was saying, I decided to make the set CGI and the characters 2D in order to cut down on, you know, animating everything frame by frame, you know? Actually, let me read the chat. Yep. Alright, so... I guess that will have to do for... Yeah, because if I look at the script here... Welcome to Chatting with Clarissa. And then, I think... Right when Andy says this, that's when we cut to the... That's when we cut to the speakerphone. You know, a close-up of it. You know, saving time on animation. Actually, didn't Plucky Duck say something like that in an episode of Tiny Toons? When him and Buster were, you know, in some sort of dark place where nothing is seen but their eyes. It sounds a lot creepier than it actually is. You know that whole eyes in the dark thing? You know? Think of how much we could save on animation, you know? Ah. How is everyone? I'm going good. Streaming on Twitch. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Honestly, I just remembered I share the same name of the main character as... Oh yeah! Cats Don't Dance. That is a very underrated movie. I highly recommend watching it. I actually have the movie on video, and then... Yeah. Actually, how about I showcase what I have of the main set so far? I'll be right back. Alright. So now let's... So I opened up Blender and... Let's see. I have quite a few cameras here. One for a meta joke. I won't spoil that one, because that's for episode 2. And then this... Oh, actually I should probably put on screencast keys. There we go. So this is the standby camera thing. This is for the intro and the outro when everything seems to be offset. Or at least as offset as I'm willing to go for. I think I might add... Come on. Actually, let's just take the main camera and then... Shift-D to duplicate it. Actually, let me... Oh, and you... I just got screencast keys. And then we'll Control 0. Actually, let's... here it is. Lock camera to view. And then we'll... Actually, let's bring in the safe areas. Yeah, because I think that's about where I would want it. Actually, let's bring out a little bit. And then... Yeah, this speakerphone was modeled after something I don't even remember. Actually, let's rename this to... There we go. And then... Let's render this. And then there we go, that's... Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm using a 3D model of Clarissa as a standee. As you can see right here. Let me just... Oh. Yeah, I almost forgot. Blender tip of the day. Control-click gets rid of not only the thing, like I was saying, Blender tip of the day. Control-clicking this thing not only gets rid of an object, but also the parents but also the objects it's parented. So let's render it again. There we go. That should about cover it. Alright, let's see. Honestly, I'm still in a Mario movie vibe. I had so much with that film. Still excited for Chatting with Clarissa. So am I. Alright. Actually, funny thing about the Mario movie. I actually saw it, I think, 2 weeks after it premiered, so... Fortunately, I was able to see it. before anybody else could spoil it for me. And I actually have a picture of when I went to the theater and got a picture. So yeah, here it is. I mean, all it really is just me and a balloon replica of Bowser. Which, I might say, is honestly pretty cool. And another thing I should mention is that when I went to see it in theaters, nobody else was in the theater. Probably because it was a movie theater on a Wednesday, and nobody's really in a theater on a Wednesday. I saw it one day after it was released. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was. Alright, so I guess we've filled up enough time. Why don't we get to music time? And don't worry, I was also working on a new graphic for this, so don't expect this thing to show up by episode 50. Anyway, let me just grab my microphone and then we'll be on our way. Sorry, that was my lamp, and apparently I'm able to fit whatever I want in on top of this thing. It's supposed to be a record player mixed with a radio, CD, and cassette player. But you could practically fit anything on it, so yeah, let me think of something to play. That's supposed to be a song produced by Paul McCartney. Speaking of Mario music, man, that original score was awesome. Yeah, it was. I kind of liked what Brian Tyler and Koji Kondo were able to cook up, you know? Let me turn it up a little bit. Alright, there we go. here. And I say, what a wonderful kind of day. Begin to learn to work and play and get along with each other. Actually, let's turn on sustain and turn it down a bit. I don't know, something like that. maybe I can imagine. Okay. Or something like that. Alright. Sorry, there's this thing that keeps falling off of the piano. I'll put it right here. Let's see now. Let's... or something like that. A little Hans Zimmer style In the End by Linkin Park. Alright. Rest in peace, Chester. Yeah, sorry about that. That was... Anyways, yeah. Good cover. Alright. Thanks. So, a little bit of music talk. I actually ended up getting quite a few records as of recent, actually. I was at this little state fair thingy, and then there was actually a small record store that sold records for, like, well, I think it was those 12-inch records that were, like... Actually, I don't know if it's 12 inches. It's probably closer. Like I was saying, there was a record shop that was selling 7-inch records for like $0.25 a pop. I found out that they had quite a few Motown ones. Like, I think I ended up getting the one for the Jackson 5, which was I Want You Back. And then I think I got another one, which was, I think, Diana Ross and the Temptations. And then I think I got... Oh, I actually did get a album from them. I think that one was a full 12-inch, actually. It was called... I think it was just called Shannon. Interesting to know about the records. Yep. And then I actually went into that record shop a little while later to, pay for the records that I found. I found out it was a fully blown music shop. And the most interesting part was that it had, I think it was probably the first pressing of Who's Next by The Who. And then I also found out that they had quite a few instruments there. Guitar. I think they had a banjo in there. Yeah. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. Show you that I love you. Yep. Oh, and another thing. I kind of forgot to show these off, but I got maracas. Yeah, that was a little loud. So now I have a little more percussive instruments. In fact, in a way, I think I might end up becoming a percussionist. Cool maracas. Yep. Imported straight from Mexico. Because my parents took a business trip to Mexico and they gave me maracas as a souvenir. Alright. I guess that should cover a little bit of everything. So yeah. And now we move on to the final section of the day. The Q&A session. I could sort of visualize it now. Special video combining a ukulele, piano, maracas, and a cool Latin tune of sorts. Oh yeah, Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. Alright. Q&A session. If anybody has any questions, leave it in the chat. Oh, and I should probably warn y'all ahead of time, I'm only doing up to 3 questions. May not be a question, but I hope college went well for you. Thanks! I actually just finished the semester, 4 days ago, and yeah. And I mean, it was alright. Probably might not. Anyway. Yeah. Worst animated film you've ever seen? I don't think I've ever seen a bad movie, but... Well, if... I think it only counts as a bad movie if I've ever seen it. But I haven't really seen a bad one. And I haven't even seen Food Fight. And I haven't even seen... Well, I haven't seen Food Fight. Thank God. Yeah, I can't really think of one. Interesting indeed. Alright. Indeed. Alright. Favorite sitcom from Warner Brothers? It's probably gonna be either... I'd probably say either Full House or Family Matters. Probably because I ended up growing up with Full House and I only recently discovered Family Matters. Also, spoiler alert, Urkel doesn't show up until the later seasons. So yeah. How's it going, Shiv Jane? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. We're actually at the Q&A section, so you're just in time. And I'm taking in one more question, so if you have a question, leave it in the chat. There we go. Yeah, it keeps on disconnecting and reconnecting. There's gonna be a... Like I was saying, for some reason this thing keeps on disconnecting and reconnecting. It's gonna be a problem. Favorite Mark Dindal film? I'm probably gonna have to say a tie between Cats Don't Dance and The Emperor's New Groove. I hope his new Garfield movie is good. I hope so too. Especially since Sam Jackson's gonna be in it. Chris Pratt. I'm mostly gonna see it for both Mark Dindal and Sam Jackson. Speaking of, I actually watched Pulp Fiction the other day and I swear, the first chapter was so quotable. Alright. Have I seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I have not. Nor do I have any plans to. It's not because of anything that's in the movie, it's just... I never really cared for the MCU after Endgame, you know? Although I might have to check it out when it comes out on DVD, see if... Especially since it's James Gunn's last movie with Marvel before he fully moves to DC. So yeah. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet, so... No. Alright, so... Yeah, not as good after Endgame, but it's still a good movie. Alright, good to hear, good to hear. I'm a guy who made... Oh, yeah. How's it going, Mr. M? You're just in time. I'm actually about to end the stream. But if you want a recap, I've been working on an animatic for the first part of Chatting with Clarissa, and I've been working on a few things in Blender as well. Also involving it. Doing okay. Well, that's good to hear. Alright. Now let's actually end this. Because I actually kind of want to end this, you know? Stream has been a bit of a disaster, if I'm willing to express how I feel. Anyway. Join me next time as we go back to the past to watch some crappy videos that suck. Oh yeah. We're going back to the original DeFrehn's logo bloopers. Anyways, I'm afraid it's time for me to go. And always remember... Actually, how did it go? always remember, love with your heart, use your brain for everything else, and I will see y'all next time. Bye! Which video is that suck? DeFrehn's logo bloopers. I just said it. Anyway. I think I should probably redo the outro. Alright. I'm afraid it's time for me to go. Remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!